Good morning. Hello. What's up, world? It's that time for the Lee Michaels Show with Carol and the cast of characters. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Well, I was up listening to Josefa's show.
Yeah?
And it's funny because I had picked up on something today because towards the end, if you notice, it was brought in about homeless. Mm-hmm. This reporter came on with a report where she went downtown. It's unbelievable.
And what happened?
Just unbelievable, the people homeless. And they gave statistics about how many people are mental and about needles and people that there's nothing wrong. They just don't have jobs. She said there are people that have graduated Stanford and rents are so high that when Garcetti said he was going to make all these affordables, well, he's building places, but they're not affordables.
Yeah.
$2,000 a month isn't an affordable, not when you're making a minimum wage. So
that's right.
It kind of was a trip because I had listened to her show and had seen this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Her show was very, very interesting because they were saying they're even removing toilets, some of the porta potties, and they were showing how they go down and they clean. But it's causing diseases from, first it was San Diego, but now there's people getting hepatitis.
Yeah, it's all kind of diseases that are prevalent.
But something's got to be done. If you say this is what New York managed to clean up, there's no excuse for this. We need a
they
different
shipped them all out to California.
Los Angeles.
They shipped them out of New York to California.
Well,
the weather's more conducive here in Southern Cal.
Do you see what they're doing in South Africa?
No.
This is a good one when they're all on an opinion. They feel that white South Africans should be able to come here. They're taking all their lands. Well, you don't let other people come here. You're putting Latins out, minorities. Mm-hmm. You're not helping the Africans in Israel that are being put out or they're going to be slaughtered. Mm-hmm. So why would we help these people? Is it because they're white?
Yeah.
It's a good question. Read up on it.
Yeah. You know, Europeans tend to favor Europeans. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, but we're Americans.
That's the problem.
We're Americans.
It
we're
doesn't
not
matter.
Europeans. So.
But what they feel.
I'm just curious what everybody's answer to that is. Just should they allow this? I say no. If you couldn't let those refugees that were fleeing Syria and places from war and watching their kids being, then how are we letting these people because they're taking all the land from the white South Africans? Mm-hmm. They're considered Africans.
Yeah, but.
So I'm just curious to see what Trump's going to say.
Well, you know what he's going to say.
And I think there'll be protests over this.
You know what he's going to say. You already know. Listen, he's been in office and he campaigned long enough. We know his pattern. We know how he thinks. And it is what it is, you know? So there's no surprise to me, and I think to most people now, as to what his response might be to anything. Welcome to the Lee Michaels Show. Who do we have on the line?
Hey, Lee. It's Johnny Lewis. How you doing?
My buddy Johnny Lewis? That Johnny Lewis?
That Johnny Lewis, back from St. Louis.
Chef Johnny Lewis?
That's correct, sir.
What you cooking up this morning, Chef?
Well, actually, I'm off today, but yesterday we had barbecue, leg quarters, potato salad, and charro beans. The charro beans is... You got jalapenos, peppers, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, onions, and tomatoes. And we'll cook the beans and season them first. And right at the end, we'll add the peppers and the bell peppers and onions in and just let it simmer.
Yeah.
And I had a little chili left that we served. We had chili cheese hot dogs on Saturday. And I just kind of incorporated it into it and gave it a little more flavor.
Wow.
It makes you want to slap yourself in the face.
I'm sure. That sounds good. I haven't had anything to eat today, so you just struck a nerve with me.
Hello, Carol.
Hello. The potato salad sounds good. I love potato salad.
Homemade potato salad.
I love potato salad.
You put mustard in your potato salad?
Yeah, I make two different batches because we have some people who don't like mustard and some people love mustard. So I do it two different ways. Keep everybody happy.
Yeah, the yellow and the white.
That's correct.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't discriminate.
There you go. Not on potato salad. You can't do that.
That's right.
let me bring our master talker in here also. What's up, Chris Bass?
Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody this morning?
We are good.
Doing fine,
Nice.
Chris.
We in
Yeah,
the
how you
house
doing,
like a
Chef?
child on punishment.
Yeah, I want to thank Chef for coming on board and getting our taste buds all nice
Fired
and
up.
ready.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's right.
For real. Yeah, Johnny's a good cook, man. I watch him on Facebook, and he has different events and what have you that he's preparing food for, and it always looks so
Okay.
good. I can smell it. And he's all the way
Where's
down in
it out on
Texas.
Facebook?
On his page.
Oh.
Yeah.
I seen there's a new one where it's all soul food and stuff, and you can go in and join and put recipes. And there's some very interesting recipes
bet.
on there.
I bet. So Johnny, now are you at a restaurant or a hotel, or where are you?
No,
The chef at that.
well, I'm working at a assisted living memory care. It's called River Point, and it's located here in
okay.
Kerrville. And been there off and on for the last 5 years. I just recently went back this past October because of the request of the resident people.
Oh, they wanted your food back.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, man, I know. And this is down in Texas. Now, what major city is it near?
San Antonio. We're about
San
45
Antonio.
minutes to an hour from San Antonio.
Okay, all right. So you like it down there?
Oh, I've been here for the last 30-some years.
Yeah, I guess you'd like it.
So now, are you anywhere near those bombings? Because I seen another one went off today in
Yeah.
Austin.
No, well, I'm about 100 miles from Austin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a mess down there, man.
Yeah, they're
They
trying to
gotta
get the
fix that.
person to call in or something.
Yeah.
At least because he isn't hitting just one race.
No.
Somebody thought it was just
Yeah.
black. I said, no, blacks, Hispanic,
Well, you know,
and
you
white.
don't know what this person or people are thinking. You know,
Well, they
when
say
first,
whoever it is, he's an expert with bombs.
yeah, no question. I mean, anytime you put a wire bomb or string bomb together, you've got some training. I mean, I guess you can find some of these things even on YouTube, but my first reaction was this is a military person, somebody with
I was
some
gonna
military
say the
explosive
same thing too, Lee.
background. Yeah, so it's sick with all the other stuff that's going on in this world. And then there was a shooting in Maryland, and I saw the headline, and I went home and went to sleep. That's why we're a little late starting today, but fell asleep, and I didn't get a full dose of what that was all about. Now, was anyone killed in that shooting? Christy, have you been following that?
Yeah. Yeah, the gunman was killed. At this time right now, the 16-year-old girl, one of the students, is in critical condition, and the 14-year-old boy student is in stable condition, but the gunman has been shot to death.
Was he a student?
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is that I was watching some of the press conference, and good job to the fact that the first responders, as we always say, they really, try to diffuse the situation. But as the sheriff said, you don't want this situation to happen when someone has to be taken out, so to speak, or has to be shot. In this situation, the shooter had to be shot.
Right.
And, it's a shame because, once again, we had this conversation before, students should not worry about getting shot going to school, trying to get education and trying to live life.
Amen.
Hell, it's just hard. Yeah, hard to just be a child and student, let alone worrying about your life.
Mm-hmm.
And having wills, and you're in the sixth grade, leaving all your stuff to your friends and your family.
Yeah.
That's added pressure we don't need.
No. You're not able to be a child as we know it, the way we all grew up, and you've got to look over your shoulder and be living in fear.
Do
that
they know
one of your,
why, though?
Well, he's dead now, unless he left something
did
behind.
he just walk in and start shooting people?
Apparently, that's
I didn't
what
get
happened.
a chance. I seen it, I posted, but I didn't get to read up on it.
Yeah. Well, it's still, pretty active in terms of what's going on there, I would imagine. So, it's crazy. It's a crazy world we're living in.
It is a crazy world. Donald Trump wants to cut out all after-school programs, so that means there'll be kids running around and that, because kids really go to those after-school programs, and parents that have to work, Your kids stay at the
Yep.
playground till you get off work.
No, that's
He wants to eliminate
Not
everything.
good.
They already have eliminated art and other stuff. Why? What is his problem? But you know what? I don't think he's going to get his wall built because now he's went to Congress trying to get that wall. Put that money in our schools and affordable housing.
and pay the teachers some more money so they can
Yes.
live a decent life and not have to subsidize the teaching programs in our public schools. You know, supplies. The kids are coming to school. They don't have, you know, the stuff they need to work with to do projects. I mean, that's just unheard of. I mean, why in the hell are the school systems around America not funded well enough that, you know, the parents or the teachers have to go out and buy supplies? I thought that's what your taxes were for, to ensure that we have what we need in our schools, our roadways, you know, all the public things that need to be taken care of. So is it that the tax dollars are not allocated properly?
No, they're going to, remember the taxes are being
It went away.
for the rich. Well, I'm trying to give
Yeah.
people, it's a thing that came out warning people. If you drink bottled water right now, they have found out somebody has put pinholes and
Yeah.
stuck poison in them.
I've
So
seen
they're
that.
telling everybody, if you go to drink a bottle of water, please tip it upside down first.
Yeah, squeeze it.
If it leaks and you squeeze it, throw it out. Do not
Absolutely.
drink it. It's poison in
Maybe,
there.
maybe even turn it into the officials, the police or whoever, because that can be real problematic. Looks like we got Alpha in here and Apollo. I talked to Apollo a couple of days ago, and it was good to hear from him that he's okay. He's just been busy. That's why he hasn't been around. Plus, he's been trying to detox from all the negative stuff coming out of our White House. Apollo, hang in there for a second. I want to get to Alpha. Alpha, do you have anything to add to the latest breaking news as relates to the situation in Maryland and the school shooting?
Nothing. I don't want to talk politics.
Oh.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Boom, shaka laka laka laka.
This is not Alpha. This is somebody else.
Really?
You know,
Hell, I'd give him a cheeseburger right now if I was close enough to him.
I hear all the hand wringing about the stuff and the homeless people and about the shootings and hey, if you don't understand what politics is about, keep wringing your hand.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Elfie? Go in and listen
Yeah.
to
Alfie.
Josefa's show from early this morning. She had very good guests on there. I mean, the information was
that.
great. Oh, did you watch it?
I saw. I didn't watch it. I saw it. She was walking and talking about the homeless, and I just continued to stroll.
No, I'm talking about Josefa on the radio show. She did a show this morning and started out with a book. But it was very, very interesting. I was listening to it. My little roommate was listening to it.
Yeah, it was a good show.
I
The-
hope
the
she
topic,
replays it again.
and it will. It was talking about the justice system and the way people are incarcerated and why, and all of that. So it was very interesting. So you guys need to go back and watch that. It is on our Facebook, the Power of Voices Facebook, and I think I even shared it here on my page as well. So go back and check that out. Quite interesting. We had some other commentary from other people calling in as well. So it was a good topic. And the bottom line on that whole thing is the prison system is a huge industry. A lot of the prisons that we have now are privatized. They're privately owned. So they have cut deals with our justice system that we have to keep those things populated in order for them to make money. And think about all the supplies, the food, the toilet paper, the soap, the sheets, the little slipper shoes, the little thongs, whatever they wear in various prisons. All of that stuff has to be purchased. So tons of money is spent to keep those things populated. Both, the cost of keeping them there, as well as building these places. That's got to be financed, so the banks make money off of that. The contractors make money. So it's a huge thing that is involved in our economics. So,
And let's not miss that if you don't keep them populated,
yeah,
they charge the state.
that's right. So it's a mad circle.
Win-win.
Exactly. Everybody wins in that situation. So, Apollo, how you been?
Good, man. I watched Roots this weekend. I played my DVD play backwards, so I watched the entire Roots movie backwards this weekend. Have you ever done that?
No, and I think most normal
you should
people
try it. It has a happier ending.
Damn. I don't know how you can do that, but okay, that's funny.
You just play it. You play the movie backwards.
You can't do. How are you going to do that? Just,
You watch
hit rewind
Roots backwards, and the ending. The ending is much happier.
Oh no! Well, I see.
should
My
try
brain can't process that kind of stuff. That's just too much. for
It
me.
was a joke.
I know it is. I'm continuing on with your madness.
I thought it was new technology. It was coming
No.
aboard.
Yeah.
No.
A friend of mine told me, I said, "What you doing?" He said, "I'm watching Roots backwards." I'm like, "Backwards?" He's like, "Yeah, the ending is better." I was like, "That's fucked." But it's
Yeah. So you been good?
anything to keep from talking politics. I'll do anything.
Anything.
I'll try it.
All right. Well, I tell you what. You guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. No politics.
I just wanted
How's
to
that?
say hello to Chris and Alfo and you and Carol. I really can't hang out today, but
Okay,
I,
that's right. Because you missed a big
it took
time
you
now.
30 minutes to let me say hello. I was kind of about to get offended and shit.
Well-
let me
Oh,
sit-
no. Don't get offended. Took
Let me
them
sitting
hours.
on the. Let me sitting on the doorstep. I'm ringing the doorbell for an hour. Hold on, Paulo. We'll open the door in a little bit. Fuck you. Just sit over there. We talking politics.
That's right. Because I know you don't want to
Well,
participate.
they wasn't talking politics.
I
They
know.
left me hanging for an hour.
I was about to pull a Roger. What's that son bitch's name?
Who?
If you
Roger
don't hurry
Rabbit.
up and let me talk, your life might be in danger.
I don't know who that is. You watch
What's his
some
name,
crazy stuff.
Alfo?
Roger Stone.
I was about to
Roger
Roger Stone your ass. If you don't hurry up and let me talk, your life might be in danger.
Oh, see, that's wrong.
You didn't see that shit?
No, I didn't
Did you
see
see
that.
my reply, Apollo?
Yeah, that was classic.
Stochastic terrorism.
Yeah, I know.
So this.
Well, all I know is I don't give a shit. And like Richard Pryor said, what do you think about that? I don't give a fuck. And guess what? 2 weeks of not giving a fuck has made my life. I mean, you hear that? I ain't got no knots in my neck. I ain't stressed.
well, that's
Got me
good.
some 25-year-old strange wool, and I'm happy.
That's all right there.
Yeah, boy.
Oh
I'll tell
boy,
you.
he went straight into TMI.
Hey, I ain't no shame in my game. She's a little slim thing. No, too. I'm weigh 260 pounds. I said, girl, we get to bed. I said, my granddaddy said you should never have relations with a woman with titties smaller than yours. I said, so you might as well put your clothes back on. Hell.
Oh God, boy, you're a mess.
She
So-
said, fuck you. I said, I wasn't talking shit about you. I was talking about myself.
Okay,
I
let
look
me-
like the
I'm gonna
Mike
pull
Rick Ross over
I'm gonna pull a Carol on you, and I want to change the topic here because you.
Please
you
don't
just,
go to Trump, though.
No. You just completed a project that I'm very impressed with. Can you? Is that something that you can share publicly?
Yeah. Did I ever send it to you?
You said you were. I don't know if I saw it.
I don't think I did. I
Yeah.
can, though. It just, yeah, I appreciate you letting me talk about that. I got a call. I forgot I had done some work for these guys. I've actually done some work for them twice, but I got a phone call about, I'm trying to find this file and send it to you real quick. I got a phone call about a month ago, and guy said, hi, my name is Kavan Edmonds, and I sing with the group After Seven, and so hold on, Lee Michaels. And so I obviously I called him back because the Edmonds name carries a little weight in the music industry.
Just a little.
And
yeah.
I'm sending it to iRadio Coach. So anyway, he said that I forgot I'd done some IEP, EPK press kit work for them a couple of years ago when their new album came out. And then I'd done an opener for their website, but you don't think about that because you do it through an agency and you don't know whether, you just never connect with the artist. So,
Right.
They're on tour right now, and they asked me if I would Oh, here we go. Dry, live intro. Let's see, live intro. Where the hell is the damn thing? Final. I don't know which one it is. But anyway, he asked me if I would do some audio for them for their tour, like when they come out on stage. And so, hold on, I'm done. I'm too old to try to type. Okay, there. So yeah, he said we're on tour. We really want some audio to to extenuate and put garnishment on our performance. He said
Okay.
I'd like to have an intro where we come out on stage and all that stuff. And so, and sometimes people say, "Oh man, I'm humbled," or this is a. And I said, usually when somebody intros a sentence with, "in my humble opinion," or "I'm very humbled by this," they're usually saying it in a very arrogant way. It's usually it's false humility, I guess is the word.
Right. Okay.
But when I started in radio, man, you guys, the After 7 was huge. Can't Stop, Ready or Not, One Night. I mean, it was just back to back to back hits. And I was a kid then. I was 18, and for you guys to come back 30 years later and be relevant, first of all, the only person I've ever seen to do that is Charlie Wilson. I don't know anybody else that's come back and had 4 top 10 singles after a 30-year hiatus, basically.
Right.
And,
Yeah, that's a tough quest.
And I'm going to tell you, man, these brothers are the most humble cats that I've ever met. I mean, we laid up on the phone and talked about, and then the dude thought I was in my 60s. He thought, I'm like, no, I'm 47. He's like, damn. He's 62, about to be 62.
When you told me that the other day on the phone, I went, "Damn, I didn't think those
Black
guys
don't
were."
crack, man.
Yeah,
He probably
well,
got some good plastic. He got some Grecian. I'm sure he got some Just for Men in that hair.
but they
then
still
then
look
we
good.
argued for 10 minutes. He didn't believe I was a white boy. He thought I was lying to him. He said, "You really high now." I'm like, "I'm serious." But I sent it to your iRadio coach, so if you want to.
Oh, you sent it to the email? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull
But
it up.
anyway, thank you for letting me mention that. I was proud
yeah.
of that.
Yeah,
And,
it's
Oh,
something to be
absolutely.
proud of.
Congratulations to you, Apollo. That's great.
yeah, man. Yeah, it was a. And I made a good friend. I mean, Kevon Edmonds, let it be known, Kevon Edmonds is the most humble, real, salt-of-the-earth individual. The funniest part of our conversation, though, I said, "Yo, man, so where do you guys produce your music?" And he said, "Come on, dude." I'm like, "What do you mean?" "Oh, fuck, that's right. Babyface is your fucking brother." I forgot. I'm sorry, that was a dumb question.
What is that? A trick question?
Yeah, no. That's like, that's asking. Hold on, get back, baby, get back. That's like asking Stormy Daniels, "Where do you get your money?" It's
From Donald Trump's lawyer.
from a LLC.
Right. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, I got your.
But
your
other than
file
that,
here.
picked up some new stations and been busy and got some family stuff going on. Of course, I've got an aunt that's slowly departing this phase of spiritual
tough
life.
one. Yeah.
And my
I'm
wife,
sorry to
my
hear that.
ex-wife, is we're battling that thing with her. There's not much we can do about that. She has ALS now, and I'm really just being there for my kids. But the passing of Stephen Hawking kind of brought it back to. You try to not think about it that much, but you stay busy. I lose myself in work, and I miss you guys, man. I just couldn't.
No, you
I haven't
don't.
watched
You
the
don't
news
miss
in
us.
a
Get
month.
outta here.
I haven't watched.
You
I haven't
kicked
watched
us
the
to the
I
curb.
did call you, man. I did call you.
You did, and I'm. It was good to hear from you. I knew you were busy. I wasn't concerned that you were upset or anything like that because I know you, and I knew you were
You
were
probably thought
busy.
he done fell off the wagon. He up in a hotel room with a hooker. And
Well, it was either
Put the
that
air
or you were
conditioner on
just
50.
plain busy, and so I wasn't
Well, yeah.
concerned. Yeah. Up in the hotel though. All right, I'm gonna play this
Hey,
piece
man.
here. So let me.
Yeah, so let me paint the picture.
Okay.
So you're in a Coliseum. The lights are up.
Right.
The lights go dark, and all of a sudden you see a little spotlight come off the stage, and there's smoke rising up, and you see lights coming through the smoke. And when I introduce them, they just come through the light, through the smoke, and start singing. So
Okay.
it's that omnious kind of boom. That's what we're doing.
All right. So here we go.
Tempo.
Stand by, guys. I'm gonna have to bring your volume down to bring the other one up here. All right. So here we go.
Dominate.
Wait a minute. Why is that doing that? Hold up, wait a minute. That ain't the way it's supposed to work. Why is that doing that? All right, give me another minute. I got to bring it up on a different module here. Sorry about that, guys.
Doo-doo Brown. Doo-doo Brown.
Doo-doo.
Hey, you know who did Doo-doo Brown, Chris?
Oh, the 2 Live Crew, right?
No,
Who
Doo-doo
did that?
Brown. You remember Doo-doo Brown was 2 hype brothers and a dog was the name of the group.
I didn't know that.
And do you know who that actually was, though?
No, I do not. I do not.
That
Who
was,
it?
what's his name? He does morning. He's getting ready to do mornings in Atlanta again. He did afternoons at V103. He's going back to morning. Frank Ski.
Oh, for real? I didn't know that. Okay.
That was Frank Ski, an alter ego of Frank Ski's. Yep.
Nice.
Kind of like Bobby Jimmy is Russ Parr. You know. Bobby
Right,
Jimmy
exactly.
Critter.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that. That's good stuff, man, because I remember the Live Crew doing that. But I know it had the origin story behind it.
Well, no, he had a song called Don't Doo-doo Brown. It was a song called Doo-doo Brown by
Right.
2 Live. Yeah, but I mean, I think 2 Live Crew may have sampled it or
Yeah, they did.
Stole it, plagiarized it.
All right, hold
Yeah,
on
they
one more
probably
time, guys. Let me see if I can bring
All right.
this up now.
All right.
Let's see here. Right here. All right, let's try this again. Doo-doo Brown. What are y'all talking about? No, it's not. Why is that echo coming through? Like we're in space. That is weird. It's not working the way it should. So let me do a couple things here, and I'll bring it back up. For some reason, the way I'm playing it is coming through the same module that you guys are on, and that's not going to work.
Oh,
That's weird.
so cut us off.
Yeah,
Let me.
I did.
I'll back off, Lee. Maybe.
Okay, Chef. Good to hear.
I'll cut one of the lines.
Good to hear you, man. And I want to have you on one day as a guest. Now, what's your off day on a regular basis? You have a
Well, normally it just all depends on what's going on at work. You know, I try to take off either on Monday or Tuesday, but I know you're not on here on Mondays, so.
Well, the
maybe
next
I'll
time
try
you're
to
off
make
on
it-
Tuesday, I want to have a food show and talk about healthy eating and ingredients that you should stay away from, the type of food that's not good for people with high cholesterol and stuff like that. A healthy cooking show. How's that?
That sounds great. Nothing greasy though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can bring you in through Skype if you haven't. We can see you, but, that's up to you.
No, that's fine, Lee.
So you don't want to be seen.
Oh, I can be seen. That's not a problem.
Okay. All right, partner. Well, let's do that in the near future. Call me. You have my number, right?
Yes, I do. Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Call me and let's
real
set
quick,
that up.
And real quick, before I go, I just want to remind everybody how far back me and Lee goes, all the way back to KTZ, back home in St. Louis.
1973.
Yes, it was.
Damn.
And this man went through
I
a
was
lot of
2.
things, getting started there in St. Louis, and we kind of looked out for each other. So
That's
that's
right.
why we go back such a long way.
That's right. Johnny
That's
Lewis
cool.
saved my life in St. Louis. I'm going to put it to y'all that way. When I went to
Was he
St.
cooking
Louis,
back then? Was he a chef?
well, he
No, I
was
wasn't back then.
no, but he was a pretty good
Oh.
cook. He was a pretty
Yeah,
good
yeah.
cook because I remember he cooked something one day at the house, and it was some pork
That's back when you
chops.
were smoking weed.
Pork chops,
so
yeah,
everything-
that's right.
It was a real thin sliced pork chop. What do you call it? Pork loin?
Pork loins, yeah.
Yep.
Pork loins. They're
Tenderloin.
real fatty
Ten-
and everything, yeah.
And it was not a fancy meal, but it was so damn good. I remember it all these years, okay? And I had never had that cut before. And so Johnny's been cooking a long time, and now he's a pro, and he's a great human being because the situation when I went to St. Louis, and I've told this story publicly before, the station kind of reneged on the deal with me They were supposed to put me up in a hotel for 2 weeks, and then I was supposed to have enough money then saved up to go get my own place. So at the end of that 2 weeks, I got my first paycheck, and I went to check out of the hotel because I found a place to move into because I had enough money to do what I need to do. Excuse me. Only to find out that the bill was not paid by the radio station, and I had to pay it. And Johnny kept me from being homeless in St. Louis because we shared his apartment, which was a studio apartment. If I remember correctly, it was a pull-down bed, right, Johnny?
That's correct.
So Johnny worked a shift. I was doing afternoon drive at KATZ. So we shared that apartment, which was very small, and the same bed. And I am so thankful that this man saw the need and had the will to do it. Nobody else at the radio station offered me anything, but Johnny Lewis, who was I think you were a part-time engineer at that time, correct?
Yeah, I was just doing the remotes,
right.
on the weekends, and we did some record things together,
That's right.
Sometimes on the weekends.
That's right. So thank you again, and I'm forever in your debt, my brother. You're a good human being.
Yeah, and we love you too on this end, my friend.
That's
God
right.
Bless you.
So, yep, I want to come down to Texas and hang out with you, and if you ever come this way, you don't worry about it. I got you.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay. God bless. I'll talk to you later.
God bless everybody today, okay?
Thank you.
Alrighty.
All right.
Same to you, sir.
So that's a good human being right there, man. And I you can never return a favor like that. So I've offered that same situation to other people that I've run across in my life, and that's about all you can really do. I mean, I could give Johnny $100,000, and I would still feel that it's not enough because at that time in my life I had no alternative. I didn't have the money to do anything. I wasn't a rich man or anything like that. I was hustling like everybody else, making $220 a week. That's what we were paid. So that first paycheck, huh?
That's if you on disability. That's about what they get now.
Right. You go back in time, right? So
yeah.
Thank you
but
again.
That was when radio. We did that shit back then. That's when we were family. If you in radio and somebody was in a hotel and they were struggling, hey man, come on to my house, man.
Exactly. I can't tell you how many times I hired Doug Banks and he stayed at my house for a month or two. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean that's
Sammy
just
Mack
the way it
stayed
was.
with me for 6 months, and he was like, "Man, a white boy, let me move in his house." And there was another guy there. He was like, "Buster Brown and I were both from San Francisco. We were boys," and he didn't invite me to his house. I'm like, "Well,
right.
I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with race.
No.
It
really doesn't. And it shouldn't have anything to do with race. It's about being a good human.
We
helping
became
somebody
best
out.
friends as a result of that. But he'd been at BLS before. He one of his most recent jobs was he did nights at BLS. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna learn something from this dude.
Right.
You don't get to BLS by not knowing what the hell
That's true.
You're doing.
You surround yourself with knowledgeable people, you'll pick up something. Or
That's
you
why I
should.
fucks with y'all.
You should, at least. Sometimes you're so hard-headed and selfish thinking, you don't pick up the knowledge that's sitting right there in front of you. But that's another topic we can talk about.
No, I'm just
later.
I'm the class clown. I'm the class clown when I'm on the air with y'all. But let it be known. I know you and Alpha and Chris. Chris impressed the shit out of me with his musical knowledge. He's like an encyclopedia Brotanica.
Brotanica. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I thank you for that, Apollo, man. And it reminds me of the time when I was growing up. Back in the day with those boom boxes, the big ass speakers.
Oh yeah.
You got to put 19 D batteries in it.
Oh
Put
yeah.
your radio and record or something. Oh yeah, man. The big
Paul
one.
Hardcastle.
Man, this is like you could drive this thing almost. It was so big, man.
Yeah.
So I had one, and I was sitting on my porch one time, and I got into an argument with a friend of mine because he was saying, "You listen to white people's music." I'm like, "No, I'm not. It's just music." We battled back and forth. And I said, "Isn't your favorite song being the Jets?" yeah, you know the dude's British, right? He's not even white. He's British. That's Elton John. No, he ain't.
Yeah, but-
I'm like, yes, he is. You know?
But you should have really fucked him up. You know, most white people music was originally black people music to begin with. So
Right.
Oh, that's a whole
listen to
different
black
comment. Well,
people.
yeah, you really want to screw him up. No, you're right about that.
Yeah,
That's the truth right there.
that's it. Well,
Anyway, I love y'all, man. I got to bounce because I got
yeah,
to get
go make some
paper
more
on
me.
this
I'm
one.
gonna get this
$500
this track aired for
You
you.
don't have to play it. You
No,
don't
no,
have
no, I
to.
have
It's
to
no
play
big
it.
deal.
I- no,
I just
no,
wanted
no,
to
no,
share-
no,
It's just a stage opener.
I
That's all it
understand
is.
that, but
This is what
that's
they
important for people to understand that how things are created and who's creating this stuff. See,
They
know,
can go to
I
the
try
show,
to
buy
teach.
your ticket when After 7 comes to your town, and then you'll hear Apollo. He's like, "I'm coming to Columbia. Are you close to Columbia?" I'm like, "Well, I'm about 3 hours away." He's like, "You come down there and be our guest and hang out with us, and you can hear the intro. You can sit out in the crowd and listen to yourself." I'm
Right.
like, "Shit, I'll be out there jacking off." Like, yeah, that's me right there. That's me, baby.
But see, that's the important thing. So while these guys After 7 is out there on tour, and they get there, you know, and hear your opening, go, "Oh, that's that guy who was on the Lee Michaels show that said he
That's that clown. That's that guy be cussing on Lee's show all
that
the time.
damn fool." But wow, it sure sounds
Idiot.
great. He's
That's
pretty
that one to be
talented.
pissing Carol off or making her get up and leave the room and carry on.
Well, she's putting on a lipstick now, so you know.
How's she doing? She ain't spoke to me. I thought maybe I'd take a month off. She'd forgive me.
I think she
friend
she
again.
loves you, Apollo. Everybody loves Apollo.
She used to rip when I first started calling y'all. She loved me to death, and then I did something somewhere somehow.
Oh, just
I don't know.
I don't know. You want to comment on that, Carol?
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
See? All
I
right.
love
See?
it.
I don't dislike him.
I
love
didn't think
Carol.
so. I didn't think so. Yeah. Yeah, Apollo, you're cool.
I come in and
Oh,
it's
yeah,
crickets with Carol.
you know,
when I
some-
come on the line.
Some of you guys have thin skin and don't understand that this is just a
I
radio
don't have
show.
thin skin.
Yeah,
That's just-
you're
I'm
walking
just a
around with your
clown. I
feelings
love
hurt
Carol.
and concerned about what people are saying.
No, I got nothing
All
to do with that.
Stop it.
I
Hey,
I
did you
reserve
guys-
comment about certain people on this program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the one saying,
I'm
no,
sure
not you. I
Chris
did
done
not
been-
you.
Hey,
I'm sure that
hey.
made Chris done bit his tongue off with me, I'm sure.
What were you saying, Carol?
Did you realize Donald Trump Jr. was leaving his wife for
I'm gone.
Audrey?
I
What's
love
her
y'all.
name?
Bye. Donald Trump. She
I don't
said
know.
Trump.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
He left his wife. He was leaving her, so she beat him to the punch.
Right.
She's going to walk with most of his stuff, too.
I thought that was Stormy Daniels he was married to. Wasn't that
No,
kind of
Donald
favor?
Trump Jr. left for Audrey O'Day or something. She was on The Apprentice.
Yeah.
He's been having an affair with her.
Busted. Yeah, but was it the girlfriend or the wife that
The
kind
wife's
of looks
divorcing him.
Yeah, I know that. But they're denying it. The
No,
White
they're
House
not
is
denying
denying it.
It's all over the news.
Well, I know that, but I saw a
No,
report.
it's been going on. They said, we don't want to talk about him today. They just said he told him to stop, but she's divorcing him.
Good. You know, I think. What do you think that divorce is all about?
Probably
you think
she's
it's because-
tired of him. I wouldn't want to be married to a Trump right now. I heard, why would she get a criminal lawyer? That's what's weird.
Ooh, interesting.
Because he's a criminal.
Well, that's true. I mean, that's
Well, usually you get a divorce
the truth.
lawyer.
well, maybe he's done some criminal things. You know, towards her.
I didn't know. Why is Facebook dropping, Elfie?
What do you mean? Why is
Well,
it
What's
dropping?
going on with Facebook?
Here's the deal, and for all of you non-politics people, Facebook has an agreement with the FTC, Federal Trade Communications, just to catch you up. And for every misuse of each and every individual's profile, personal information, they have agreed to pay $40,000. Now, 50 million people's information was mined, hacked, misused. That comes to over, get the computers out, $2
$40,000 per
trillion.
person.
$40,000 per person. 50 million people.
Right.
Information was misused. That's over $2 trillion.
So
Yeah, because he
Now-
dropped, they say, 5.1 billion in hours.
Now,
wait a minute. Hold
tell
on.
me
Hold on. Wait a minute. Somebody paid Facebook that kind of money to have access? Is that
Wasn't
what you're telling
Bannon
me?
part of it?
Bannon was part of what's the Analytica, whatever it is, what's the name of the?
Yeah, it was a research firm that cut a deal, but I didn't think the numbers were that big.
Oh, it's
how,
bad.
how in the hell could they afford to do that?
Well,
Was it
because
$2 trillion?
No. $2 trillion is the level of fine that they're on.
Oh.
They're responsible for.
Oh,
this is
okay.
an agreement between Facebook and the FTC. $40,000 per person for every breach of personal information of their users.
Wow.
50 million people were breached. Now, I'm willing to take bets that they don't pay a red dime to the American people. And the people who breached it did it illegally, so shouldn't they be on the hook for it?
I think
if
so,
that-
yes.
And if Analytica, what is the name of it? Analytical.
It's analytical something. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay,
Let me look it up.
if that's who breached the private information,
Mm-hmm.
and it was done illegally, what are we confused about here?
It's no
And this
confusion.
is-
It's clear as a bell to me.
It's clear as a bell to me. I mean, if Stormy Daniels can't talk about it because she signed a prenup, NDA, non-disclosure agreement, what's up with it? Either you put your name on it or you didn't.
No, they
Right.
say Trump didn't.
Well, yeah, but we know why he did not.
He said he didn't know her.
Exactly. No,
He said he never met her.
well, we got
He
pictures
said he
of
didn't
them.
have an affair with her.
There's pictures of them together. So you can't say
No,
he
he
didn't
don't
know
know
her.
her. No.
You're
He
lying
didn't know her.
jackrabbit.
Fake news.
Yeah. And there are people out there that believe what he says. And that's very disturbing to me that people believe every word this man says. When he has no goddamn credibility. He's lied, what,
Well,
2,000 times that we know of?
Well, to his people, he has plenty of credibility.
Because
And see,
they're as
we-
corrupt as he is. And I'll say it
Well,
again.
see, we-
Anybody that thinks that Donald Trump is a credible man, I question your credibility and, quite frankly, your sanity. You got to be a little whack to believe this bull.
Yeah.
Well, you got
Absolutely.
to separate it. You got to separate it.
No,
There
I
are
ain't
those
separating
who are-
nothing.
There are those who are true believers, and there are those who are just saps, dupes.
You know, there's another great thing that's working in Lee's behalf as an Uber driver. Did you see, Lee, where that Uber car that drives itself killed someone?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Doesn't have brakes, I guess, because they said it should have hit its brakes.
Well, it does have brakes, and it ran over a lady who was walking across the street with a bicycle. She wasn't riding the bike. Now, I've also been taught, I didn't read the article in great detail, but I was told that she was crossing in the middle of the street. So now, I don't know about where this was in Tempe, Arizona, what the laws are about walking across the street in the middle of the block. But I think she bared some responsibility and liability. Plus, there was a human in the car assisting the non-drivable car. So what was he doing? Taking a nap? So there's all kind of potential
Yeah, I don't think
liability
Uber will
here.
be coming out with those driverless cars.
Well, they're pushing hard to do it.
Because they were letting them do it in that state on
Yeah,
certain
Arizona.
roads. Yeah.
They ran them out of California, and they went to Arizona. The governor in Arizona said, hey, I'll take you. Come on in here and do it here. After, they ran a red light in the San Francisco area, and the local authorities said, nope, no good. This shit ain't working yet. Get out of here with that. So the governor, Mr. Governor, now you have some blood on your hands, mister. Are you thinking maybe that was a bad idea now? You should be thinking that. Listen, this technology, eventually it's going to happen. I don't say that it's not going to be in our lives in the near future. It will. Because that's just the way it is. Progress moves forward, not backwards. And this is something that technically is capable. But I submit that it will only be at its apex, at its best, when every car on the road is mechanically driven or by a computer. And even then, from time to time, there are going to be glitches in the software, a hardware breakdown, or a sensor is going to go out and it's going to crash. It's going to run into something or somebody. It's going to happen. It's unavoidable. Now, will the number of accidents decrease because of this potential technology? Maybe. And we won't know until it's all in place. But it's a possibility. Theoretically speaking, yes. But until we go through a period of time of testing, we won't know. And then on the tails of that is the flying car. So y'all better get ready. Welcome to the show. Is that Donald Grammer?
Yes, it is.
How you doing, Donald? Welcome to the show.
All right. Great to be here.
What kind of skullduggery are you getting into?
Let me let me ask you this question.
Okay.
So, with the technology where we are right now,
Right.
and with the mishap that has been reported, was any of these things considered prior to putting this technology out there? I'm sure.
They thought about it, of course. But you got to understand, people who are technically invested mentally, they see things differently. You could look at a wall and it's painted blue, and they say, "Well, it's kind of green. it's not really blue. It's kind of, but it's not really." So you're dealing with geeks, people that live in X's and O's. It's all hardware and software. The human element is, in many cases, not important. And I think I shared this story with you. I picked up a guy at a hotel in Santa Monica and took him to LAX. And he was a software engineer that's on this program on of building these driverless cars and flying cars. Because the technology is kind of integrated. It's all the same thing. And he was very, very clinical and very non-emotional about the fact when we were talking about, I asked him questions like, well, what would happen if the engine in this flying car dies? He said, well, we have a backup system. It will continue to fly. And you probably won't even know that the main engine went out. I said, okay. Well, what happens if that goes out? He says, it'll crash. He was very, nonchalant about it. He's like, it'll crash. I said,
right.
Well, what if it crashes into a school or an apartment complex or residential, not out in the ocean, but, on a freeway into a office building that's 35 stories high? He goes, yeah, it'll probably happen. I said, you don't have no problem with it? Listen, more people, and see, this is how they justify shit. More people are killed every day using cars driven by humans than it'll be with this. I said, but how do you know that? You don't have any tests or any longevity to back that statement up. He goes, well, we do. We just know. But see, that's the arrogance. But at the same time, that kind of arrogance and confidence in what they know is what moves things forward. So we have to trust what they say. I don't always, but that's how they think. Now, growing up as a kid, there was a comic strip called Dick Tracy. Is that still in the newspapers? Does anybody know?
Yeah, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, you can still find that.
Okay. And it was so cool that Dick Tracy, he was a detective or cop or something, wasn't he? And he had this watch that he could talk into and see people. Well, today, 50 years later? It's here. There was a cartoon called The Jetsons. And it would get into this little automobile that would fly.
Right.
Yeah, it's about to happen. So people dream up these ideas, and then as time goes on, technology allows it to be possible. You remember the first cell phone and how huge it was? They call it a brick.
Right.
Yeah. So look at what we have now. They've gone from really tiny to now they're a little bit bigger because of the video aspect of it. But before video was important,
Right.
they had become very small. And I know Alpha had about 6 flip phones. He probably still has one. He's kind of a
I
troglodyte.
still got it.
Damn.
Well, Motorola had a press conference years ago when the flip phone came out. They said they were inspired by Star Trek.
Yeah.
When you watch the Star
Really?
Trek, the TV show, they had the flip
Yeah.
communicator.
That's
and
right.
That was the inspiration for the flip phone.
That's right. I had one.
I'm
I
waiting
remember
on
the first
phase-
one I bought. I was in New York City working at WBLS, and I paid a lot of money for that damn phone.
Do
All
you
right,
still own it?
what was the damage, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
Did
still
you
Get up
keep
to tell us
that
how much
phone?
you paid
It's
for it?
worth money.
No, I didn't keep it. I kept it for a long time. You know what? I may still have one of those
Oh, I would
in
look for
storage
it.
somewhere. Yeah, there's probably some boo-boo the fool out there that'll pay you, some money for it.
How much you pay for it back then?
I want to say it was $500 or $600.
Wow.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah,
Now we pay $1,000 for a damn.
that's
Hey,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm speaking on $1,000 phone now that costs more than my computer.
see, that's true.
You can get a decent laptop of 500 gigs
Hmm.
for about 300,
That's right.
and you can do more with your computer than you can your cell phone.
Yeah, but people don't use computers like they used to. They do everything now on that cell phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And you realize
I-
the
I-
cost of living was way less back when that phone came out.
Was it?
Sure. They
I
didn't
think
pay
it's all
rents
relative.
like they're paying now. And
Yeah, but
Food
they also,
costs,
your
so-
income was also not the
that's
same.
what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
actually was expensive back then.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's
think
the way
it's all
things roll, What are you going to do?
I believe it's all going to come to a chip.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's already there, bro. They got companies that are chipping the employees already,
Right now.
right now.
Put the chip inside you, all the data's right there.
That's
You
right.
Pull out
Chipping?
everything's right there.
They insert a computerized chip under your skin for security
Mhm.
purposes and everything else. They know what you're doing and where you are at all times.
No, nobody's
Yeah.
going to chip me.
You've been chipped and don't know it. I chipped you about 6 weeks ago. You didn't even know.
Were we being intimate or something? Because I
No,
really
no.
don't recall that.
I know, because you see, you were smoking one of those doobies.
No, I don't smoke joints. I keep telling him that.
And you were sitting there eating some Oreos and passed out, and I chipped you.
I haven't ate Oreos. I had one from the promotional
Some-
thing last week.
Some peanut butters and
Oh, I love peanut
crackers.
butter. I wake
Yeah.
up in my sleep and walk in my sleep and wake up in the morning and there's the jar of peanut butter.
Mm.
I love peanut butter.
There's some in there in the cabinet.
No, I don't know how long that's been there.
Yeah, I don't
Peanuts
either.
go stale.
Yeah.
They
Carol-
keep stuff
Carol,
in there
what-
from 2 years ago, so who knows what's in
Well,
it.
your job is to clean out the old food, Carol. You're the food watch person.
No, very few people don't smoke blunts nowadays. They smoke from the little pipe thing.
Same thing, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
See,
it's not
just
as
technology.
harsh. You don't even,
Cough?
not really,
You
no.
don't choke on it?
Well, my son bought me one.
Well, shit, isn't that half the damn fun when you
And-
cough
no,
and
it
your
isn't
eyes
for
turn
me
red?
because
And
I have asthma. So no, my lungs close up.
you be gagging, somebody have to hit you in the back and all that?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the fun
You
part.
just
Yeah, right.
sometimes because he bought me one. It's called Calm.
And then, now listen, and then you try to talk while you're choking, and moisture and snot comes out of your nose. Come on,
No,
that's
I
part of
don't
the
know that. I was
Yeah,
telling
especially when you
Wallace,
can't breathe.
doctors are recommending people do this now.
Yeah.
Doctors are recommending it.
Well, the doctor's getting high.
Because it helps. It really helps
Yeah.
because if you've been listening to news, all these medicine, every time you get a medicine, they go, okay, we'll come back in 4 months. We've got to test your blood
Yeah.
to make sure you don't have kidney failure or liver. You don't get that with this stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Don't get me
they
started
don't
on
want
them.
this to happen, pharmaceuticals, because they're going to lose money. But I find, like I told you, I go to therapy, and it doesn't bother me to even tell people. I go with a group, and My doctor recommended, let me make yours a little strong. I said, no, I'm happy the way I am because I find that particular little pin thing, if I take one hit, I'm totally calm.
You know
I
what?
mean, because normally I would like when I told you I went to see the Black Panther, what that woman said to me. Normally, it wouldn't matter how old I am, I probably would have took out something smacked upside her, but because it keeps you so calm, I could care less. If that's how she wants to talk to somebody, you're only being ignorant. Maybe
That's
you're
right.
at the
You
wrong
gotta
theater.
Ignore ignorance. So you took a couple of tokes before you went to see
No,
the movie?
actually I didn't, but it does keep me calm.
Oh.
So I've learned to be more calm about myself even without doing that.
So if I'm going to go see the Black Panther movie, do you think I should maybe
no, she
get
ain't
high
gonna
before
bother
it?
you.
No.
Look what I look
ain't
like.
thinking about her. Because, I'm talking about whether I should be intoxicated or get a buzz on
No,
to
I
go
didn't
see the
have
movie.
a buzz.
I said, do you think I should?
No, you're not going to need it. It's
Oh.
it's done so well. I mean, the blue screens in it, because people think those are real things up on that's a blue screen. You know about blue screens and green
screen, yeah.
screens. It's not really there. It's
Right.
a screen behind
Sure.
him, but he did an amazing job directing this. My favorite character, though, and she didn't get the press other people got because she's not that famous, is the girl from The Walking Dead. She played the general of the female warriors. Amazing
she was
actress.
great.
She was way better
She
than
was great, yes.
she had the best character to play. Maybe if they had that character, but she really played that role.
That's good. I'm
I
going
was-
to eventually see it.
I was
Maybe.
very impressed by her.
Is it out on the streets yet? Can I get the
It's
the
on
$5
the streets,
knockoff?
but I think you want to see it. It's on the streets. I could send you somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
You would like seeing that on a big screen just because of the effects in it. It's very well done.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
And,
going
and
to.
let me
it's
ask you
still taking over the theaters. I mean, the day I went, everybody was going in the Tomb Raider, which was weird, but it still won the box office again.
Sure.
I
Carol,
would see
on
it
the scale-
again. But I
on the
have to
scale
see
1 to-
Peter Rabbit first again. Anybody that has seen that says it's one of their favorite movies.
Well, you have to
because
wait,
it's
Donald.
very well done.
Carol, you got a question. Pause for a second. Exhale. Who is that, Donald?
Inhale or exhale?
No, exhale right
Okay.
now.
No, I was just going to ask, on a scale 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, what would you give it?
On Black Panther,
Yes.
I would give it a 5 because of the acting, the director, the effects he had in there. Even though a lot of it was a blue screen, you still have to come up with that screen. I
That's
would
part of the
definitely give it
effects.
a 5.
Yeah.
I think it was very well done. Especially because they only gave him, what, $200 million? He
That's a lot
did
of
very
damn
well
money.
with, I'm pretty sure that's what I read,
that's
200
serious
million.
money.
Some of those other ones are way more than 200 million.
Yeah.
And he went to Tyler Perry's, he has studios now in Atlanta, Georgia, which he's probably going to lose a lot of money because Disney's pulling out. He filmed a lot of it there.
Wait a minute. Disney is pulling out of what?
Disney's pulling out of Atlanta, Georgia if they
Okay.
vote that law that they can discriminate against gay people.
Oh, okay. All
They
right.
will be pulling. I can guarantee you other studios will follow.
Okay.
They forget who owns most of these studios. You know, these
Yeah.
these movies that back
Yeah,
it. It's usually not
Yeah,
a bunch of straight people.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, you know, that's the wrong thing. You know, I can understand too.
Yeah.
Why should you vote against it? Everybody should get equal rights. But the movie, definitely a 5.
Okay.
What did it get
Oh, yeah,
with
no,
Rotten
I-
Tomatoes? Did it get 100 or 99?
I don't know.
That's
I
a
have no
real
idea.
hard critics there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure
Well, I
it got
could
really
concur
high.
with-
Huh?
Oh, okay. I'll wait again. I was just saying,
Go
I
ahead.
concur with you, Carol, about the movie. The movie is great. It's a game changer. The CGI is different. The director, Ryan
I
Coogler,
didn't have a problem with the movie.
is a visionary, and I like his work prior to the movie. He's done some great work with actor Michael B. Jordan, who's also in Black Panther, plays the Killmonger in the movie, and they worked together on Fruitvale Station and Creed, which was the extension of the Rocky movies. In fact, he plays Creed's son that wants to start boxing, and it's a very good movie, a standalone movie if you didn't know about the Rocky background. So the fact that you're able to take that type of storyline and put it into another character as Apollo Creed's son, if you didn't know about it, it'd still be a great movie. So the direction that Ryan Coogler has as a director, and also Michael B. Jordan, as they work together now 3 times, that's
Well,
gonna be
I
a good
think it
connection.
helped too. Michael Jordan taking his shirt off, that Jordan guy. It was like, wow,
Well, I don't know about that, but
loved it.
So, Chris, would you
She
rate
got
it
excited.
5 as well?
oh, absolutely, I would have to give it more than 5. It was also, as a comic book fan, you want this to happen. And a lot of people that grew up with comic books like myself, when you see it on the screen and DVD, whatever, it's just all these great imageries that you had in your mind. Now it's there on the screen, and they do a great job of character development. It doesn't not too much of artistic licensing with the Hollywood people, because the comic book people, the writers who wrote it, they were great stories. So it's not much to really change. It's a matter of just vision and how you see the characters developing and connecting with. So with Black Panther being obviously an all-black cast and a strong lead in Chadwick Boseman playing T'Challa, man, it's a game changer. It literally is. I mean, not only the box office that it's seen, all these billions and billions of dollars, but it's the fact that for the first time in my existence, I'm watching a movie with all black cast from the perspective of a comic book hero.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great. I mean, to be fair, you gotta go back to say like when Eddie Murphy did, Harlem Nights and Boomerang. I mean, those black stars he had in his movies were great,
Right.
and it kind of like a precursor to where we are now, because somebody had to do it even before back in the 70s. People call it black exploitation films. I just like the fact that it was just black folk. I get a chance to see somebody like me on the screen,
Right.
But Black Panther is a fantastic movie, man.
You know what? I feel bad that I'm not much of a movie buff. And generally, when I do see a movie, it's already, on TV or one of the networks that pick it up after it's over with.
Right.
So I'm really a horrible judge, on the current stuff. I'm not there. Who is that, Carol?
Caitlyn Jenner has a cancer removed from her nose.
Oh.
I
Yeah, I
think
thought I
she's
saw that, too.
transitioned now because she does look softer. I think she's
No,
went the whole
that's
round.
one unattractive person right
No,
there.
but I mean, she does look
That's right.
softer. I've seen
That's right, Lee.
pictures
That's
where
right.
she's
Come on,
changed
man.
a lot.
Come on, Bruce.
Look, no, I'm just saying, she is a she now. You can basically tell by her how she's a little softer from the hormones.
Did he have all of his? Did he have all of his?
I would probably
equipment
think
removed?
so. He's probably has because he is changing. I follow him.
Yeah,
just
but
to
did he have
watch
his
the
Franken
change.
beans removed?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it if that's what he wanted.
No, I don't either.
Let
You
him
gotta
be
go all the
happy.
way.
But he's just the wrong person to try to make that transition.
I
Now
think
he's
he
just a
always
plain
was.
Jane.
I don't think he ever liked women.
He's a plain Jane now. He's not an attractive woman.
No,
Didn't-
but he's
didn't he
got
have-
money. She's got money. So
Yeah, but does
she'll
she
have no
still-
problem. And usually when they do transgender, this is hilarious. They become a lesbian. They end up
Well-
liking women. That's the joke.
Okay.
Almost every person that transgens
Well,
does not end up with a
I don't
man.
know
They
about that.
end up liking a woman.
Chris is a lesbian.
Oh, yes?
Yes, I am, but a lesbian.
Yeah, he
I
likes
saw-
women.
No, he would
I
have to
thought-
like men because Chris hasn't transgendered yet.
No, but he's
No.
a self-proclaimed lesbian. Is that right, Chris?
I'm saying that for you. Thank you, Lee. Exactly. I've been saying that for years. I am a lesbian, and
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah. Is it?
But
I saw him.
he has definitely, you can see the change just in his face.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially when he puts makeup
Because
on,
the
but he's
more
still a
that when they do
funny-looking
it,
woman.
because I have friends that have transgendered. I actually had a roommate that was transgending, and
Well, listen. Let me say
she
this.
became a man.
I could smoke 2 joints and 5 drinks, and that he couldn't fool me.
Well, he couldn't, but there's ones out there that could. There used to be one years ago. Here you could pull up. Her name was Sir Lady Java.
Yeah.
I remember I was a little kid, and amazing. You would never know that was a man.
Yeah, Bruce would come pull up next to me at a bar. What's his name? New name is what?
Caitlin, isn't it?
Caitlin.
Caitlin. He says, "Hi, I'm Caitlin." I said, "Bruce, get the fuck out of here. Get away from me.
Well, I
You
think
can't fool
what
me."
he did wrong, though.
Hey, go
is
eat some
why would
Wheaties
you
or
tell
something,
the
man.
press before you tell your daughters. That was wrong.
So
Yeah.
so you're saying this, Lee, that whenever
Look, he's even
it
got a
doesn't
belt.
matter, you're able to discern even if a man has
Might be right.
Yep.
top-notch surgery, you can still tell
Yeah, but you know
that
what?
person
Listen,
was a man.
when I see a woman that is like really super made up, the question goes in my
Uh-huh.
mind. Wait a minute, what is this really?
Yeah, but when they transgend, they don't have to wear a bunch of makeup. They become softer.
But
Like the girl. You seen the girl at my house, didn't you?
Give me that.
She was transgending she was from Brazil.
No, I don't,
And
I
I
don't
mean,
think
they
saw her.
thought she was a little boy when she showed up because she had a beard growing, a mustache from the hormones, and she looked just like a boy. Now, her voice hadn't changed yet, but it would have changed. It probably has now.
Let me put this up on the screen here.
It's a very
people can see.
painful operation for a man.
Now, Bruce is the one with the long hair, right? Okay.
I didn't say he looks, I said he looks softer.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, he still looks like
Doesn't look like Bruce.
no. Well, no, he doesn't. But Bruce was
I
not.
wish I could do his hair.
You think he needs help?
Well, he's wearing extensions or wigs.
Yeah.
I would love to do them.
Who is the lady he's talking to? Or is that
Looks
a
like
lady?
Sharon Stone almost. Is it Sharon Stone?
I don't know.
He'll end up with a woman. Watch and see.
Well,
He will
yeah.
end up with a woman. They become lesbians. So they go
So-
through all this surgery because they want to be a woman
Yeah.
and not be with the woman. But they end up with the woman. It's a known
Well, is that
fact.
because-
They become lesbians.
Is that because
Lesbian.
most men don't want to have a relationship with a
I know
transgender?
guys actually that have had kids, been married for years, but they have 7 and 6 kids. I know a man, and why he stayed married and did this to this woman, I never could figure out. But he's gay all the way now. He came out of
Well-
the closet. I have another friend. Her husband was a doctor. He's
Well-
my friend's friend.
well, I understand a lot of
He
guys.
came out too, but he didn't choose to leave her.
But wait a minute, being
Chris
gay,
Bates.
married with children, is
Yes,
a
yes,
little
No,
bit
she
different.
wasn't.
Yes.
They weren't beards. They were their real wives. They had sex.
Well, I
with
understand
them.
that. I understand that. Yeah, I mean, but did they transgen? Did they leave their family
they
and,
leave
and
their
become
family.
a
They
woman?
don't all transgen. They just aren't with a woman again.
Right. Well, they're just gay.
Years ago, I was with a guy that liked other men.
That didn't
You
bother
said you were with
No, I didn't know it at the time. No,
Okay. Well,
I
you
just
don't
moved
know.
on.
You can't be upset if you don't know.
no, I don't
You didn't
get
get
upset
no-
over
you didn't
things
get no-
like that. It was probably would have been a challenge for me.
You didn't get any. I said, well, why in the hell did he say that or do that? There was no
Honey,
indications.
they're pretty good when they're like that. He was because he's a man and a woman,
Uh huh.
so he knows the best parts
So
of everything.
how did you find out about that? He
told
confessed.
me.
Okay.
He told me, and
And
his
now, after
boyfriend
he-
called me
Damn.
and went off on me.
Now, after he confessed, or after the boyfriend
I
called
quit
you,
seeing him that way. He still
But-
remained a friend.
okay, but did you look back and say, "Damn, I missed that"? You know, No.
He was a man.
okay. So
he
there was
a
nothing.
man. It wasn't somebody that changed. He was a
Yes,
man.
yes, sir.
And
At
when I
6:15
was
today,
seeing him,
you get
I
a
didn't
phone
know
call
anything,
from
but he
Anwar
was very
Muhammad. He'll be there
masculine.
momentarily.
Believe me,
Shut up,
very,
Chris.
Very, very sexual.
Yeah.
But I got a call from a man that was his man. That's how I actually really found out. And I felt bad for the person because I looked at it the same way as a man that would be cheating on a woman, on their wife, and
Yeah.
not telling you they're married. So that's how I felt about it.
Okay. So you ended the relationship. At
I
that?
ended it. I stayed
Okay.
friends, but of course I ended it. It wouldn't have been right to his partner. That's not right.
Well,
that's
well,
cheating.
what about? Okay, so who was first? Were you there in the relationship
No,
with this guy?
I didn't know he had
Okay, so-
basically a man that was his partner.
Okay. Okay. I
See, I
got it.
don't trip like a lot of people. I could care less who
Yeah.
somebody's with. I
Wow.
like you for
What-
you.
What do you think of this
So you
story
was a side
where
chick?
Go ahead. Donald?
here's two people in a relationship, and they get married, and the person finally admits to their partner that they were a man that transitioned to a woman, but that's only after they got married.
That's messed up.
Go ahead.
Do you think the person that confessed this to their partner, or do you think their partner should be offended and feel a certain kind of way because that person finally confessed to the person that they used to be a man preceding their marriage?
Well, my opinion, because I've seen this happen, and it was with a friend of mine, and we all tried to kind of hint to tell him, but he didn't believe it. But I think she should have told him that she was a man before. He didn't look like a man now, believe me. They can fool you if you think they can't. I watched a friend of mine when I was a bartender because he was such an asshole. I sat up there, watched him sticking his tongue all in this one's mouth and kissing, and then we were all laughing. And then we finally pulled him aside and we go, "Oh, I didn't know you were gay." He goes, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, she used to be a man."
That's a dude.
No, she's a woman now. He was like, "Don't you tell me that." But you know, you can be fooled, believe me.
Yeah, I'm
if
sure
they're
you can.
already a pretty boy.
Yeah.
Like if you go to the islands, I've seen it when I've been overseas on shows and that. These, especially the Asian ones and Latino ones, you sometimes cannot tell. You can go to a show right here in Silver Lake. You can't tell those are men that are sitting there or doing a show. You really can't because they're beautiful, and a lot of them don't grow hair on their face. They've never had masculine features, so
Yeah.
you
But
can't
don't you-
tell. But I think legally it should be a law they have to tell. I think that's wrong.
That's
Especially
probably a
if
good
he
idea.
wants to have babies.
Yeah, especially whether you're holding something back like that or something else. It's not being transparent, honest, and open with your partner, your mate, the person that you're having a relationship with. So I think in all honesty, they need to say up front, "Hey, yo, I used to be a man, but I've gone through all the procedures and I'm now technically a woman."
And they should tell them
Right.
before they become intimate because
Absolutely.
you might get your ass kicked.
Oh, please.
So
Absolutely.
I do feel they do need to make a law that you have to tell because I'm telling you, the girl that was in my house, everybody thought she was a little boy. So even they can fool you. Look at Cher's son. I knew him when he was, I'm not name dropping.
Yeah.
I knew him when he was a little kid. He was very much a girl or a boy, whatever he was. But look at him now. That's a man. That's not no woman.
Yeah.
So they can change. I've been to clubs where, say, you know how they used to have after-hour clubs, speakeasies and that?
Yeah.
I danced all night with this fine-looking man till we got close, and I felt something that felt like something I had. But you know,
What a
one
nose?
time I said,
What a nose?
I go, "Are you a woman?" And she said, "Yeah." And I go, "Oh, shit. I'm up here grinding." And so that it can very easily happen, believe me, because if you walked in my house when this girl
I would
lived
not
there,
be happy about
you would
that.
not know until when she was there for a while, she couldn't get her hormones. So she started switching back because, see, the hormones change them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was changing her into man. Now, I did want to ask her, are you going to get a penis? Because there is a way they can attach a penis. And
They can sew in. They can sew in a penis now.
They do
Really?
something, but I didn't want to ask her. Someone else
$4.49.
was telling me. I've always been curious about that.
Wow.
I know usually if you're
It's on sale.
bisexual or you're a lesbian all
Mark
the way,
down.
your clitoris can be really big. Long.
Yeah. Yeah.
It gets really long.
Wow.
Wow.
So,
Well, I mean, I don't know how that works, scientifically or medically. Or if you get an artificial penis, do you have any feeling in that?
I've always wondered
the
that. Somebody
sensitivity?
told me they can, but I've wondered, can they make it where they feel it?
And do you have an
Just
orgasm?
need to know. Just need
I
to
don't
know
think they
shit
would.
there.
I don't know. I know this girl, she goes in Brazil, she's with a girl that's
Chris
16
Payne.
years old. But I told her, don't do that in this country because your ass will go to jail.
Well, I'll tell you what. I guess I have no desire to be anything other than who I am, man.
But that's
Because-
you.
but I
Sometimes people
understand.
are trapped.
Well,
Let him finish.
Let him finish. Right.
see, here's the thing: the enjoyment I get out of having a relationship with a woman, and them being intimate, having sex, and all that, I can't imagine it being any better being a woman. I don't want to know. I'm not interested.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
I have a question, and this is for all of you.
Mhm.
Would you have a problem if the woman was a lesbian all the way? And I'm going to tell you why I'm asking this.
Well, probably yes. Yeah, I would have a
Okay,
problem
but I
with that.
have a
Yeah.
question, and I'm sure
If
you've
I-
all been guilty
Wait,
of this.
wait a minute, hold on. If I'm going to have a serious relationship with you, I want you to be all woman, and I'm going to be all man. Now,
Why do you
if
men ask us women if you'll go to bed with another woman so you can watch?
because
men
you're
do
not
that.
because you're not interested in that person in a real one-on-one
I've been in a
relationship.
relationship where I've been asked that.
Well, didn't
It's like, oh hell no! You're gonna let me bring a man in?
What?
For you?
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Because
Well, that's why
he
I'm
didn't
asking
feel
you. How would
no,
you feel?
no.
How
no.
would the rest of you feel? Have you
No, I'm
asked
with
a
Lee.
woman if she'll be with another woman where you guys can have a little three-way
Menage
going?
a trois.
No, I have no such interest in being
But a
with
lot of men
two,
do.
two women.
Well, but
no.
yeah, but they're not looking for a serious relationship. They're just out for a freaky deaky.
Did you ever do a freaky deaky? Oh, he did.
I had the and
Think
I had the opportunity.
He did. You had to see his face.
Two women at the same time.
He did. His face was.
Yeah,
I had
one
the
time,
opportunity.
one time.
Yeah, most
I-
men have.
And it wasn't by
I had the
design. It
oppor-
just happened.
Yeah, you're not.
I
gonna
didn't-
put-
I
you
didn't-
didn't push
I didn't
the other
program
woman
it.
out of the bed, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't program it. I didn't. It wasn't premeditated. It's just this other girl walked in and she just joined in. I went, damn, what we doing here?
And see, most people, women I've talked to when I worked in
You
a
had to
salon,
ask?
they've all been with other women.
Shut up.
They've all been with other women, and they go, haven't you? I go, no, there's nothing about another woman that appeals to me.
Yeah.
I had the
Oh.
chance to be with two women at the same time, and just before it transpired to that, the person that I initially was intimate with, I didn't have a problem with her, but when her friend offered herself in the same way, it just wouldn't happen.
Well, see, you're not bad like Lee. If you could have seen his face, maybe you can replay your face.
No. Well, see, I was intoxicated
Okay.
Yeah, right.
and I was out of my mind. Didn't know what I was doing, and that's how it happened.
Yeah,
The
right.
old I was drunk move.
Yeah, I was drunk.
Go back and look at his face. When you get
Oh,
a chance,
shush.
replay and look at his
We
face.
can't replay your face when you put on those crazy faces and stuff. So you can't say nothing, and just know that you've already been shipped. We're
No, it actually
gathering
was-
data on you already.
It was kind of cute, though, what he did, because all of a sudden he was like, well,
Yeah, I was quite young before I got married to my first wife. So yeah,
yes.
and there were two older women. They were older than me, so they
So
took
they
advantage
kind
of me.
taught you a little, huh?
They
You learned
cool.
some stuff.
They took the advantage of me. I should sue them.
No, they probably
Oh,
taught
man,
you
that
some
was
great stuff that you moved on with.
Pre-cougarism.
That's right. What do you think?
I
Chris?
mean,
you
now
think I
that-
should sue them?
Assume for what? You enjoyed yourself, didn't you?
Well, they ain't got nothing to do with it. Maybe I can pick up some pocket change from a broke hole.
Okay. All right, Rasta
Yeah, could
Rock.
that be considered sexual assault?
That's right. They took the advantage of a
Look,
minor.
how old was he? How old were you, and how old was these women?
I think I was about 17 or 18,
Oh,
and they
In their
were
prime.
in their 30s.
Oh man, good for you. Man, you the king, man.
That was the main.
You the king, man.
I mean, now that I have some wisdom and experience now, there's no way that I would be with someone other than the one person that I have interest in when you start exchanging fluids and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, we're in a different world today. You know, I mean, the worst thing that could happen to you 40, 50 years ago, maybe it wasn't the worst thing, but, you know, maybe a little gonorrhea, you know. But
Right.
nowadays,
Well, did they have a
nowadays,
thing called syphilis that
Yeah.
was very deadly?
yeah, but that was, you know,
I
syphilis
thought
was something that,
chlamydia.
I don't know nobody ever had syphilis, so you know, I don't know. It never happened to me. It never happened to any of my partners. So we heard about it, but nobody that I knew ever came down with it.
Mhm.
So I don't know nothing about that, but I know it existed. Now I know some cats that came down with the G, but you know they didn't die from it or anything like that, and they
Right.
got a shot of penicillin and moved on.
Right. Exactly.
So that was our biggest fear. But, you know, we used to have the same, oh, man, she's so fine. I'd die to have some of that. Today you will. You could very
Yeah,
very
that's
well
true.
die.
Right. Today you
Getting the
will.
wrong
Right.
Yeah,
way.
'cause-
She might look good. That shell looks fantastic. And the same thing with guys. You know,
Right.
guy, oh, man, he's a beautiful dude. But he might be carrying something that'll kill you. Take your life away.
Or she might be carrying something that can kill you.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
It goes
Right.
both
Bad.
ways.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All these people with this heroin and stuff and sharing needles. And
Yeah. It's not good.
Well, you're right. You know, back in the day, you know, you get a penicillin shot and you're good. But the phrase is always, "Man, I got burned."
Yeah.
No, the worst
That
thing
was
is
great.
when
Burned
you're
me.
married
Yeah.
and you come home and you got bugs in your eyebrows, little
No, see,
crabs.
I ain't never seen
and
no
that
shit like
has
that.
happened.
Yeah.
I know somebody it happened to when her husband came home. It's like, cannot deny you weren't out cheating because you got little critters
Bugs
running
in your
around in your
eyelashes.
mustache and eyebrow.
Yeah. Damn.
Wow.
You've been downstairs
See,
too long.
nowadays people shave.
That's a good one, Chris.
Yeah,
Oh,
I never
thank you.
heard. I never
Thank you. I
heard that
appreciate
story before. So someone went downtown and contracted lice.
Crabs.
And it was
Crabs.
in there. Right.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
All you need is some Old Bay seasoning. You straight.
Oh, that's how they get rid of it.
That's the only thing worse than getting an STD is that your dentist tells you got STD.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I knew
bad
someone
news.
when I was in the military. I knew someone. They caught crabs, and they used a can of Black Flag to get rid of them.
Mm,
Oh,
that might hurt.
Couldn't
I'm
they
sure that
just-
burned.
Couldn't they just shave?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that shit. Crabs. I don't know about that. I remember one time I was living in San Francisco, and I had dry skin in my, well, I had dandruff. And I bought some Selsun Blue, I think it was, to get rid of the dandruff, right? So while I was in the shower, I just happened to put some down in the private area. And Lord have mercy, let me tell you
Did
something.
it burn?
It
Did he call?
It itched like
Did
crazy.
it turn you blue down there?
No, it didn't turn blood. No, I didn't have blue balls crazy.
No, I mean the
So-
hair.
No. So,
I got Selsun blue balls.
right. So it just broke me out into a rash. So I would go to the office. I'm sitting in meetings. I'm going, what the fuck is going on? And then I went back and did the same thing the next day. And let me tell you something. I was on fire. I thought I was going to lose my damn mind. I had to call in sick the third day because I couldn't be in public.
Itching.
Yeah, but it was from that shampoo.
Wow.
So don't do that, dudes. Don't put it down there.
You don't really
So
read
hair-
much about
so-
that any longer, crabs and that and things like that.
I don't know. I've never had it. So
I
don't
think
know about
because everybody gets rid of all the hair now.
that. You think
makes
that
me
has
think
something
you
to
were
do
putting bacon
Yeah,
grease
because
in your hair,
crabs,
lady.
they get on hair. That's what they're about.
with it? Oh,
You know how they tell you not to sit on a toilet at one time
Yeah.
because you could get because they jump onto the hair and they take
Yeah.
a ride.
take a ride.
Go
Crawling
home
all
with them
over
in
you.
your eyebrows and try to say you weren't cheating.
Yeah, really.
That's the best.
Bugs in your
You get caught.
eyebrows.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. That's some
Man, what
low
kind of-
life nasty there, boy.
What kind of vagina does she have?
What kind of stank, funky vagina does she have?
Wow.
You're gonna walk away with insects in your eyebrows. I mean, you got to question the vagina you were with.
Yeah, I never heard of that one. That's a good one.
I'm sure
No,
it's
me
possible.
neither.
It's
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's
it's
true.
possible. Yeah.
It's true.
I believe it. I feel sorry about the vagina.
I don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put a sign on it.
Yeah, man.
Stay
For the
outta
next
here.
person, man, put a sign on it.
Stay out of here. Closed.
And
Condemned.
do not enter.
Do not enter. Condemned.
Hazardous waste.
Yes, exactly.
But
That's a
here's
good one.
something. But here's something that I would ponder: the person that is carrying that, they wouldn't be compelled to go to a doctor.
Yeah. They thought that was a sexual itch.
Well, I think they could buy it right off the shelf.
What? By what?
The crab medicine. I
Yeah.
think it's sold right over.
What's it?
But you just don't hear about it now.
I think that's not so prevalent as maybe as it was once upon a time.
Well, because
I think
people
it's called
didn't
Rid.
clip all the
I've
hair
seen it-
down there.
Yeah, I've seen it in the stores, not grocery stores, but drug stores. I think it was called
Mm-hmm.
Rid. I think.
So you can
Isn't
buy it.
Red
You
a
can actually
regular-
buy it off the shelf.
Thing for bugs,
Well,
regular bugs.
no, you're not talking about Hot Shot or Raid.
Oh.
No, you don't want to do that.
Set a bomb off.
You open up another can of whoop ass on yourself. Probably like that dandruff shit that put on me. So yeah. Anyway, that's part of life. You go through these situations when you're not cautious or paying attention. So we're laughing and joking about it, but it's a serious issue that you need to be
Right.
made aware of. And to all the parents out there, you need to have that discussion with your kids about these kind of
Oh,
things.
absolutely.
Because it can be problematic.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this: if you're at a bar and a woman comes up to you, would it be inappropriate to ask her, say, "Are you all woman?" Have you
if
ever
it's a real
been a
woman,
man?
Possibly she might backslap you.
Well,
That's an insult.
okay. Well, I said, look, I don't mean no harm. I'm just trying to be cautious.
Now,
you
see,
got to
if
have
you
a
did
setup.
that to me, I'd say, well, are you a man?
I would say, hell yeah. You want to find out?
Yeah, let's see.
That's right. I pull that monkey out and throw it up on the bar. I bet you you'll moonwalk away.
That's
Say, whoa, damn!
I don't think it would be inappropriate
Yeah.
if a person had interest in someone and they wanted to be sure about who they're
Yeah.
getting ready to be involved with.
Right. See, I don't mean no harm. The way the world is today, I just want to make
Absolutely.
sure. You got to set it up. You can't just, hey, you a woman or man?
Right.
Or
Of
did
course
you
not.
used to be a man? Yeah, you can't cold cock them like that, but
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
we go to the bathroom. Do you sit down or stand up when you urinate?
yeah,
Well,
right.
sometimes we do kind of stand because if there aren't papers to put on the toilet,
Yeah.
you don't want to sit down
Mhm.
on it, so you get in a position where you're basically standing.
Squat.
Yeah. You go Asian style. Huh?
Yeah. They really can get up on there because I told you my son walked in on my roommate who was up there squatting.
Yeah.
My son came out, his face was pale. He said, Mom,
Well, there,
he didn't lock the door, and I walked in, and he's squatting on the toilet. I said, wasn't that how you sit? You squat. He said, Mom, his feet
Feet
are
were
up
on
on
the-
the toilet seat. He's squatting. I said,
Yeah.
oh.
You got to be in
They're
pretty good
saying
shape
that-
to do that.
Well, a lot of
exactly.
Asians
I
do
was-
get down in those positions.
Right.
I was reading somewhere, and they're saying that is the best way
Yeah.
when you eliminate is to do that. But,
Right.
You know, I guess the only problem would be, depending on the individual, whether you would consider other people coming behind you. You'd clean from behind yourself.
Mm.
You know, so that would be
Well.
because I'm very cognizant when I go out and use public restrooms because everyone doesn't care about the next person.
Yeah. Some people just, Very
Yeah, I
inconsiderate.
hate public restrooms when there's a bunch of them
Mhm.
and you can hear somebody in there grunting.
Making noise.
You're like, oh, jeez, let me get. Every time I go to Kaiser, there's somebody in there doing that because there's only 2 toilets, the handicap one and the regular. And every time I go, someone's in there doing that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, jeez, let me get out of here.
You know,
no choice. I mean, they gotta get it out. They make
Yeah.
noises.
Well, they make all these noises getting it out.
yeah. Sometimes.
Well, yeah,
it's a little rough.
I never
It's
heard
like
a quiet
keep flushing
person.
the damn toilet so I don't have to hear you.
I had 5 guys get in my. I got a.
Let them finish.
I got an Uber story.
Literally.
Yeah, really. So I got an Uber story for you. This is Saturday, St. Patrick's Day, right?
Hmm.
I'm down into, where was I? Redondo Beach, somewhere down that way. Pick up 5 guys, not the hamburger. And they get in. And, you know, the nerve of one of them to ask me, hey, did you just fart? I said, no, you brought that fart with you. And I'm about to put your monkey ass out of my car, you nasty SOB. And all 5 of them broke out laughing. I said, why would you ask me some stupid shit like that? I mean, I went off on them. But we became friends, but they brought the fart with them. That was not me.
And they probably thought it was
And I told them, I
funny.
said, if I had, I would have told you to hang outside for a minute until I clear this up. But no, I said, you brought that nasty with you. One of y'all.
That
Oh,
was
hell.
kind of wrong.
Did
to
you
ask
fart?
Yeah,
that.
that's nasty. Yeah, that's nasty. That's just, you got no couth.
You guys have
No
great
clue.
stories with that. My daughter tells some great ones. So.
Yeah,
And I
Cooper
remember
stories.
Lee drove somebody once, and it had to be a distance. And didn't she tell you she had to fart? You said something.
Oh, no.
because- Tell
Yeah,
that
we were
one.
on
That
like a
was the best
60-mile
story.
ride, right? I picked her up, and she had been out with her boyfriend or Trick or whatever he was. So she gets in the car, and she's got a blanket with her. So she rolls up in the blanket, and we're like maybe halfway to dropping her off. And all of a sudden, I smelled this horrible smell. And I'm like, God damn, what did I run over a skunk? What the hell is that? And I rolled the window down, and it was kind of chilly out that night, and it woke her up. And I guess she smelled herself. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that was horrible. I mean, she lit it up. I was ready to sell the car at that point. Or set it on fire, one or the other. I was going to call Carol. I said, Carol, can you have my car arranged to be stolen and set on fire? I know you know somebody. Yeah, but she lit my car up. So I had to ride with the window down for at least 10 miles to just kind of air that puppy out. She was nasty.
Yeah, that's a trip because
Yeah.
Tanya tells those stories too, and it just cracks me up.
Yeah, some people just it's just wrong.
She said, and they just do it, and they just keep on.
Yeah, right.
Like they did nothing. And she said, and the smell, you like, oh, geez.
Hey, listen, I'll just roll all the windows down on them. Say, oh, that was nasty. Oh, my God. What did you eat? Whew. Lord, have mercy. I remember one time, my buddy, he's deceased now, Big Ralph. We were on our way to Kansas City, Missouri for a concert. We were coming from St. Louis. So we're going 70 west, I-70. And we stopped at a hamburger place. Everybody bought a burger and stuff, fries and a Coke as well. There's like five of us in the car. So Ralph was in the back seat. I was driving. There was another guy up front. There was 3 guys in the back. So Ralph is in the middle seat. And Ralph's kind of big guy. So I don't know, for some reason, he got the middle seat. But anyway, everybody was smoking. So everybody was kind of high and, everybody was mellow. And we were just cruising down, listening to the music and carrying on. And Ralph fell asleep. Mouth wide open, snoring. So the guys said, okay, we're going to get him. So they set him up good. So when we left the place, they had some extra mayo. that nobody used, right? So they opened up the little package of mayonnaise and put it all around his mouth and everything. And then they say, "Hey, man, let's roll all the windows down." And the cold air is in the wintertime. Cold air is going to wake him up, right? And probably the first thing you're going to do is, grab his face and wipe his face off, right? So we did that. We hit all the windows at the same time and the sunroof. So it was like a tornado coming through. And that's exactly what Ralph did. He went, "Oh, what the fuck y'all doing? Oh, man, what is y'all wrong? I'm gonna kill all of you. I'm gonna kill you." So, man, I was laughing so hard I almost ran off the road laughing. That was a serious pranks. We got him good. They said, "Y'all some dirty MFs. Y'all dirty, man." I said, "Yeah, well, that was funny." So, man, y'all blew my high. You got another joint? I said, "Light him up again. Get him going." Yeah, but, we were just having fun. It was no, malice, no mean stuff in it. Yeah, just fun, crazy shit. You do stupid stuff like that when you're a little buzzed.
Oh, of
See a
course.
bunch of alcoholics, they would have been in there fighting. Car turning over on the side in the ditch. And they're out there thumping.
Yeah, because some people do get mad.
Yeah, yeah.
My son does that. He'll close all the windows, and then he puts the lock on the window
Yeah.
and lets it rip. I go, "You are so disgusting."
Oh, no, he doesn't do that, does
Yes,
he?
he does.
Oh,
He's known
no.
to be working on sets
Oh.
and do it. It's like,
Oh, no, that's not nice at all. No.
Well, sometimes you got to go there. I mean, when my
Well,
wife
take your
and me
ass
get
away
into
from
fights,
everybody.
Well, this
Right.
my wife and me would get into fights, right? So it's like, you try not to go to bed angry. So we're in the bed and we're still fussing and carrying on. So she'll go to sleep, and then I put the covers underneath both of us, and I let one rip. I'm talking about real hard, man. And then she's like, "What is that? What's going on?" It's a Dutch oven, baby, Dutch oven.
That's wrong. See, that's grounds for divorce.
Oh, I got my ass kicked later, man, but I'll take the
Yeah.
ass kicking for that one.
Right, that's wrong. Poor thing. You're a low life.
well, I think when
Yeah,
you've
it
been
was.
with somebody for a while, you become very comfortable with each other's.
You think so?
Yes. You become very comfortable.
Well, they say in a marriage, right? Excuse me. And I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm so reluctant of committing myself to someone where I would even, it's a permanent thing. You marry the person
Right.
because of the flaws that come with being human. Are you willing to deal with that? Me being a gaseous person, I don't know that you would want to wake up and hear that every day, because that's going to happen.
Well, they'd probably put a cork in your ass.
Okay.
Yeah, eyeballs come out of your head at that point.
Just damn.
Right. That's bad, Carol. That was not nice. But yeah, I mean, okay. So let's deal with human things. Okay. So what is the proper thing to do when you need to pass a little gas? What are you supposed to do?
I just tell them I've got to step out for a minute, or I would suggest you do.
But what if you're in the bed and you're going to be doing that, something that we all
If
experience?
it's somebody I've been with, I
every
just let
day.
it go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let it rip.
let it go.
I mean, would you be willing?
I get up and leave.
Yeah, but
Well,
sometimes
yeah, but-
you can't. You're sitting there squeezing your butt real tight.
Well, you feel it coming on. Well, at that point, you might crap on yourself,
Yeah, for real, you gotta be careful. Man.
Yeah.
Remember Beavis and Butthead? They used to always, and you'd see them doing the squeeze the butt.
I don't think I ever watched
I
a full episode of that. I just thought it was kind of, I don't know. I didn't find the humor. I don't like British humor either. What was that, Monty Python? That
Did
shit
you ever
was
watch Benny Hill?
Benny Hill. No, I didn't think none of that shit was funny.
Oh man, they were great.
No, I couldn't get high enough to get into it. For some
Yeah, I
reason,
used to
it
watch
just
it as a
it was
juvenile.
not appealing. I think we
Mhm.
offended. Oh hell, we got to go. We're
Who
out of
did we
here.
offend?
Time's up. Thank you guys for joining us in our ridiculous behavior today, but it's all in fun. No hate and discontent, and there's a lesson to be learned in all of the silliness that we just presented to you.
Don't get crabs.
Yeah, really. How in the heck? How do you know when you're getting old? Before we go, quickly go around the circle. Or maybe you guys don't know.
You complain a lot.
Really?
I say so.
You think a lot.
You
See,
think a
I'm
lot?
the opposite. I look in the mirror and I go, wow, I don't look the same. And people go, are you crazy? You look the same. I go, no, I don't see the same person. I don't feel old because I work out so much. I have friends that they're young, way younger, and they seem old. They can't even walk around the block.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell y'all a quick. Go ahead, Donald.
I want to add one other thing. Growth. I'm not the
Growth?
same person I was 10 years ago.
Right. So you see improvements and different points of views and stuff like
Absolutely.
that. Okay. Well, I picked up a couple. What was it? Sunday? Yeah, they had a marathon here in Los Angeles, 26.2. And I picked up this elderly couple from Canada. And they were talking about the race and everything. And I wasn't really dipping into their conversation at that point. But I thought they said they saw the end of it because the end of the race ended in Santa Monica and their hotel was right there where it ended. So when I heard the guy say, his hamstring was a little tight, from the race, I said, wait a minute, sir, did you guys run in the race? And they said, yeah, we both did. I said, y'all ran all the way from Dodger Stadium to Ocean Boulevard in Santa Monica. It was 26.2 miles. He said, yeah. I went, you know what? You're my heroes. Now, these guys had more white hair than me. They may have been 70-ish, at least late 60s. In great shape, slender, and all of that. They looked like runners. And the guy had the Santa Claus beard and the whole, the mustache and all that. Not real long. It wasn't hanging down like Santa Claus, but he, it was a full white beard and his hair. And his wife's hair was white. So I said, I was just blown away. I said, how long you guys been running? They said, for about 5 years. They started out at a 5K and they went on. And they, worked their way up to a 26-mile deal. I was like really impressed with them. And I said, how did you do it? He said, well, we just did it. We decided we wanted to run.
What's funny you say that. I notice a lot of people when they start running later in life, they can run those. I ran my whole life because I did track and the hurdles and all that, and then I danced. I can't run any longer because your synovial fluid dries up in your knees. I used to run 10 miles 7 days a week. Didn't bother me, but you destroy your knees. So I'm seeing this with my cousin. She started later, and she runs those marathons.
Yeah. Now, I said, did you run the whole way? They said, no, we run for 90 seconds, and then 60 seconds they'll do a fast walk. So they're not running
But
the
that's
entire...
still a good distance.
Yeah, it is. 26 miles. Shit.
Sure is.
Call
And
me
how
an
long did
Uber.
it-
They showed a guy that was 102, I think, on Facebook. He ran, the 60 meter? Was it the 60? That's not a long run, but you have to see this guy sprinting.
Wow. God
It
bless
was
him.
amazing. But when you do it too young and do all that running, you do mess your knees out.
Yeah, I was really inspired by them, so I'm going to start walking now. I'm going to walk from the
Good.
studio.
I'll get you at 5 in the morning.
No, you don't do nothing with me at 5 o'clock in the morning. Get that taste
Hell
out of your
no.
mouth. I'm going to walk from here to my car every day.
The car's right outside the door.
That's the walk.
That's it. And any further than that, I'm going
I
to call a
think if
damn
he just
Uber.
did the hill from his house and back up, it would be good.
Yeah, I'm going to
That's
start
a
doing
good
that.
walk.
But 2 years ago, I used to walk up and down that hill coming to work.
Well, you should still do
And
it.
I lost some weight too, and I thought I was getting sick because my pants was falling down. So I was burning fat. So I'm gonna get back.
Yeah, I
to
don't know
that.
why people think walking's probably one of your best exercises.
It is,
and
but
you
you know-
do lose weight and you get toned.
Sure,
and it's good for your heart.
all of that. You're right. So I'm gonna get back to doing some walking, but I'm not walking with you, Carol, at 5:00 in the morning on the beach.
We
that
can
ain't
walk
gonna
in the
happen.
evenings. I can do another walk.
No, we ain't gonna walk. No,
Let me train you.
no. Then I'll be
Uh-oh.
barking and shit, and doing, rolling over and, giving you my paw. No, you ain't training me to do nothing.
You know,
Here,
it's
take
funny.
my paw.
At the therapy
my
I
paw.
go where we walk,
Uh huh.
I walk with a guy who's probably in his late 80s. When I first started walking with him,
Mm-hmm.
he walked like real slow. He keeps up with my pace now.
That's
and he's
good.
so happy about that.
That's good.
Actually, we are the first ones to finish. I leave him because I go a
So
little further.
how long do you? I mean, what's the distance? What do you? Is it a mile or
I
better?
think it's about, I think when I put it down, it's 1.5 miles. I think that's
Is that
what it
round
was.
trip?
Yeah, if we did the whole thing twice up on the top, it would be 2 miles. But
Mhm.
they cut it off because they go back to the office and you just sit and talk and
Right.
that. But it's really fun seeing him
Mhm.
move this fast now because he shuffled. That's
Yeah.
how he used to walk. Have you ever
Right,
seen
right.
people that get older and they
Yeah.
shuffle?
Right.
He's not shuffling now.
Right.
He's
The
walking.
old man shuffle.
So we walk together every week on
That's
that
good.
Friday, and it's just fun to see him moving faster.
Does he walk behind you or
He
right
walks
by?
right with me.
That's good. Good.
He stays right up with me. At first, I stayed with him, but then I kept picking up the speed every
Yeah.
week. And
Yeah. See,
that.
he wasn't probably aware that you were picking it up, and he just was able to do it.
I just know he really likes it now.
Uh huh. How old is he?
It's got to be about 80-something, maybe 84, 85.
Chrissy, there's hope for you.
Chris is all of maybe 42.
Is that right,
Oh,
Chris?
stop. 42? No, I'm 50.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he's a big 5-0. He's in the nifty 50
Yeah.
club.
Mm. Yeah, trying to lose his weight to get back to man whoring.
Yeah. There you go. My man.
That's the goal.
Right on.
Man whore.
Yeah. Come here, woman.
I gotta get back in. Yeah, come here. Let me give you this ball gag that Lee Michaels gave me.
Go troglodyte on you. Hit in the head with a club and grab her by her hair and drag her into the hut. And you know what's up there.
Get caveman on you.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Put you in the corner with this duct tape and duct tape your hands and feet.
No, the caveman used weeds to tie him up. Vines.
Okay, then smoke it.
Yeah.
Then they
Poison
smoke the
ivy.
Ooh, she got a rash. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, she
That's
smells,
all right right there.
smell kind of hard. Can you imagine that back in the day, man?
I won't go downstairs. I won't get crabs in my eyelashes.
Before there was deodorant and proper hygiene. Can you imagine that?
Ooh, wee.
It's like people coming in from Europe. I got behind 6 Germans one time in the airport in Mexico. No, they were French. And you're talking about stinking. The girls had more hair under their arms than I did, and on their legs. And I went, oh, my God, what did we pick up here? Some troglodytes? Oh, my Lord. It was bad. It was hot outside.
Oh.
And thank God this
Right.
little airport was like one of those outdoor kind of things. But you're standing in line to go out to the airport, and I was right behind them. And the wind was blowing in my direction. I went, I'm going to
You
die.
poor bastard. Man.
Thank God we
Oh,
were
Lord.
not sitting next to them on the plane.
Yeah.
Because I probably would have canceled that trip and said, no, we're good. Let me off this thing. We'll take
Yeah,
the next
that
one.
whole,
But that was
that whole
terrible,
Functify
man.
thing, man. That's Functified.
Yeah. And I don't think they have a problem with that.
No, they're used to it. They're accustomed to it.
Yeah. That's their own funk.
Yeah.
Carol,
I
did
even
you,
worked
when you
with,
were in Europe and France and places
Stank.
like that, did you run across people that smell?
In Italy,
Body
they
oil?
do because they don't shave under their arms.
Yeah, these were French people
Yeah,
that was
we're
standing behind.
one of the cleanest people. People think we're nuts, so we clean, and The reason
Yeah,
they have
nuts.
those little toilets, I can't say the word, is they think that cleans them.
Oh, a bidet.
Yes, and it doesn't.
Yeah, well, if you put enough pressure on it, it might be. But no,
You know,
that's
we're
wrong.
very clean.
Yeah.
Depending on who you are, you might be sitting there for a while.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Because remember I told you that Korean girl? She didn't
Mhm.
take baths, I think, for 2 weeks.
Oh, hell no.
And I said to her one day, I go, she told me she was lonely. I go, well, you're not going to get a girlfriend, not
Smelling
taking.
like a garbage
I
can.
go, that thing's got a smell. I told her.
Ooh.
You got to clean that pocketbook now.
She was loony. I
Yeah,
told you
those-
day one she had to go. She was not.
Isn't it funny, though, the day I had her leave, I had somebody move in that night.
Yeah. Well, I told you it wouldn't be no problem. There's always somebody looking for a place to stay.
Yeah, because rents are
Right.
so damn high.
That's right.
Right.
All right, folks, we'll got to get out of here. Today is Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Hump Day, and that's the day that I go off on Chris and just slap him around.
Yeah, you do.
So just be prepared for it, Chris. I'm coming at you.
I'm already prepared
And
for
don't
it.
be coming in here thin-skinned and crying and carrying on. You
See
take
there?
it like a man.
I can't hit back.
No, hell no. You hit me,
I'll see.
that's
No,
it.
I don't like that.
I'm gonna sick
I'll
Alpha and Carol on you at the same time.
See, that's not right. That's not right, though.
Hey, Donald, good hearing from you too, and we'll chat
Same here.
a little bit about your website. You saw that report I sent you, right?
No. No. When did you send it?
I sent you an email a couple of days, 4 or 5 days ago. Anyway, I'll call you
I'll
later.
check it. Okay.
It means
Okay,
I
buddy.
thought I turned
Y'all
it
take
off.
care. I'm gonna send Carol to How to Use My Phone School, because she's still struggling. All right, folks, we'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. right here on the Power of Voices, Facebook and YouTube. Bye-bye. Be good. Have a great day.